Dames en here, die akademiese prosesie sal binnekort inbeweeg. U word versoek om asseblief op te staan.
Bomma le bontate, molokoloko wa diruteri o tla tsena mo nakong e kopana. Le kgopelwa ho ema. Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession will enter shortly. You're kindly requested to stand.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I hereby constitute this assembly as a legal congregation of the University of Pretoria. During this assembly, degrees and diplomas with all associated rights and privileges will be conferred and awarded on candidates whose names appear in the program. You may take your seats. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in a silent prayer or meditation to give thanks to the achievements of our students. Thank you. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome the Deputy Dean and the faculty who will be with us today. On behalf of the faculty, Professor Elmer Fenter, you're welcome. And I'd also like to welcome Mr. Matechane, who is our Deputy Director for Student Services. on behalf of the registrar, all chairpersons of schools, heads of departments, directors, emeriti and honorary professors, and all other lecturers, and all the spouses of our staff members here. You are welcome as well. Our Student Representative Council, today represented by Mr. Andile Mate, who will also present the SRC academic honorary colors. And everyone else in the audience, the spouses, parents, grandparents, sponsors, all dignitaries that we may not be aware of. All of you, I say good afternoon. And of course, especially our graduating class, this is your moment. We welcome you at your university and thank you for your presence. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll make a few short remarks as it is required of me, and then we'll focus on the celebration. And I think as we celebrate, sometimes I know some of the people get so excited, which is fine, but let's just give other people a chance. We have over 270 graduates here, so that we can be able to enjoy the ceremony. I always consider it a privilege for me to officiate this graduation ceremony of this very distinguished faculty, which contributes very highly to the employability of our graduates across the country and elsewhere. I also need to just, as I speak about graduates, and I'm speaking to our graduating class as well as everyone else that supported them here in this hall and those that are at home or are actually watching this virtually. We know that you have high-level skills now. You demonstrated it. We know that you have those attributes. And you know that some of you will join the workforce, and some of you have already joined it. And we truly congratulate you for demonstrating this, because these kinds of attributes that you earn here at this university are very scarce. Part of them are the integrity, the objectivity, the competence, and of course, a commitment to continued learning. And very importantly, in your professions, confidentiality and ethical professional development and behavior patterns. These are very essential for you to build a profession and rebuild this country, which, as you can see, needs a lot of rebuilding. This afternoon, we are graduating 270 graduates, and we know that you're worthy of this, but for the entire ceremony this whole week, we'll be graduating 2,157. I almost read numbers like someone else, I don't remember. 2,157. These degrees, or these qualifications, comprise of degrees and diplomas, and they will be conferred to all of you. And in our earlier graduation during autumn, we had 13,227 graduates, and as you can see, the numbers are growing, which is very good for the university, but also very good for you and your families. And notably this afternoon, we are graduating 11 doctorates. 26 master's degrees, many honors and bachelor's degrees and postgraduate diplomas, we also have our flagship Up and Rising UP Online certificates that will be awarded today. Ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate doctoral candidates whose immense outcomes have a huge contribution not only to the subsidy grants that we get as a university, but they also set us apart from the rest. And this is most appropriate because achieving a doctorate is a huge accomplishment in the hierarchy of qualifications globally. And let us honor these candidates and celebrate their achievements along with their supervisors and families. I would also like to thank our distinguished academic staff, very committed people, making significant contribution to enhance the learning experiences of our students. Some of them are here with us on the stage. Many others are not here because the faculty is very big. They will not be able to fit the stage. But I would like to thank them most heartily for the work that they do and the mentorship that they give to our students. And I know that you're stimulated intellectually and that you've grown personally over the years. And we know that in that faculty of EMS, there's a hype of activity going on there. If you visit that faculty, there's no dull moment. And we can also see the output in our global rankings coming from this faculty. I would also like to thank a team of our professional and service staff who create a very conducive environment for all our students and our staff to actually thrive at the university. We still have one of the very well-kept campuses because of men and women who give their time and energy. And of course, things are still working. As you can see, lights are on and so on and so forth. I thank them also for their hard work. And all families, grandparents that are here, friends, everyone that have sacrificed, that have listened, guided, and encouraged all of these graduates that we see here today. We thank you most heartily for that time that you spent. Today you witness the results. I think it is important that I add that 2 weeks ago, this faculty had an alumni dinner, and we had many distinguished alumni, academics, and industry leaders who visited us here to celebrate our excellence in accounting and finance education. And these are very important relationships that we have between our graduates and our faculty members. Because once our alumni are active and they participate in these activities, we know that the faculty will continue to flourish. And these achievements strengthen the faculty's reputation. The experiences that we get there are quite enriching. And all the industry networks, which often translate into some kind of support for research and all other activities. We truly value these, and we know that you will follow in that track. Continue to be involved as alumni. From today, you become alumni for those who are graduating the first time. Others already are, if they are at the top. But let's make these connections meaningful. Let's build these partnerships. Let's exchange ideas. We need them as a country, we need them as a world, and let's continue to pursue excellence in the faculty. I will now move towards concluding, because we have the honor of our 11 doctoral students or candidates, so that we can give them sufficient time and all the supervisors can read their citations. And I would like to encourage all of you to stay engaged. Remember that this university is very crucial in our lives, all of us. But I also need to tell some of you that you are going to make a lot of money. You know that. You study money. Yeah. So, and when you do, you will have some spare money. And when you have spare money, you can share with us as the university so that we can help other students to achieve what you've achieved. You know the kinds of poverty lines that we have, and we rely on your expertise, your hard work, and staying engaged with the University of Pretoria as an alumni. I will now take this moment before I request the Dean to remind you that let us celebrate. It's a celebration. But let us not do it in such a way that the next parent is not able to hear the name of their child or children when it is called out by the Dean. I now request the Dean to introduce to me the candidates whose names appear in the program.
Mr. Vice Principal, the supervisors will now introduce the doctoral candidates.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Lisa de Tooy, who has complied with the requirements for the degree, Doctor of Philosophy, specializing in public administration, with a thesis titled A Public Value Governance Framework for Government-to-Government Aid in Selected Southern African Countries, prepared under the supervision of Professor David Fourie. This thesis investigates and emphasizes factors that influence aid in recipient nations. Employing a documentary, conceptual, and comparative methodology, it examines aid governance within the Southern African development community. The research addresses persistent challenges such as donor-driven processes and limited integration of recipient administrative systems by exploring how recipient governments can assert agency, negotiate policies, and institutionalize accountability within aid structures. A comparative analysis of Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa highlights governance constraints, including fragmentation, misalignment, and inconsistent accountability. These insights underpin the development of an integrated governance framework based on 3 pillars: accountability through ownership, effectiveness via alignment, and responsiveness through harmonization. The model aims to transition recipient countries from compliance-focused aid management to development leadership, thereby enhancing state capacity legitimacy, sovereignty, and public value. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on Lisa du Toit. Congratulations.
Hi, Prof. Thank you. May I proceed? Yes. Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Niducheni Robert Mabulele, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled Investigating the Absorptive Capacity of Small, Medium, and Micro Enterprises to Enhance Innovation, prepared under my supervision. In this thesis, the candidate explored how small, medium, and micro enterprises acquire, interpret, and apply external knowledge to enhance their innovation within a developing economy's entrepreneurial ecosystems. Through semi-structured interviews with 36 SMME owners and managers across diverse contexts, the study demonstrated absorptive capacity's essential role in enhancing innovation. The study identified the entrepreneurial ecosystem enablers and barriers that shape SMME's innovation performance. The study advanced absorptive capacity theory, the resource-based view, and the knowledge spillover theory of entrepreneurship by integrating these perspectives into a multi-level framework that positions absorptive capacity within entrepreneurial ecosystems dynamics. The study findings highlight the importance of infrastructure, mentorship, funding, skills development, and knowledge exchange networks in strengthening innovation capability. Furthermore, the study provides both theoretical and practical insights for policymakers, practitioners, and SMME owners and managers, while outlining limitations and recommending future research directions. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on Niducheni Robert Mabulele. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Itseng Tlamelo Matsatsa, who has complied with the requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy, specializing in industrial psychology with a thesis titled Towards an African Business Leadership Taxonomy, Indigenous Perspectives from Botswana, prepared under my supervision and with the co-supervision of Professor Martha Haranfamwe. In this thesis, the candidate investigated the relational and culturally embedded dynamics of how leadership is conceptualized and enacted within Botswana's indigenous communities, using the Kokotla system and the philosophy of Butu as the primary units of observation to reveal the ontology of indigenous leadership. 8 key interacting themes were extracted, including leadership features, unique practices, unique principles, unique challenges, strategies, integration, problem solving, and recommendations. which explain how Indigenous leadership qualities are identified and operationalized in the Botswana context. The key elements that emerged from these themes were developed into conceptual taxonomy comprising antecedents, moderators, mediators, and outcomes, which complements and addresses some of the limitations of existing Western-centric leadership theories. The research improves our understanding of how leadership is co-created through communal dialogue, ancestral reverence, and participatory governance, offering a culturally grounded alternative to dominant global North paradigms. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
Face me. You can face me. Yeah. I hereby confer the degree, Doctor of Philosophy with all his associate rights and privileges, on eating Tlamelo Mashatsa.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Morupe Andreas Matsmunyane, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy, specializing in public policy with a thesis titled The Implementation of Evaluation Capacity Building at the Department of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, prepared under the supervision of Professor Hlanai Masia with the co-supervision of the late Dr. Norman Nede. In this thesis, the candidate critically examined the effectiveness of evaluation capacity building interventions implemented by South Africa's Department of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation. Using a qualitative case study approach grounded in the Made in Africa evaluation paradigm, the study found that existing ECB initiatives were constrained by limited contextual relevance, weak institutional ownership, and insufficient integration of African knowledge systems. In response, the candidate proposed an Ubuntu evaluation capacity building framework that embeds inclusivity, participatory learning, and indigenous African values such as relational accountability and communal empowerment into evaluation practice and policy. By integrating African epistemologies into evaluation theory and practice, this research offers the DPME a transformative model for strengthening evidence-informed governance and makes a significant Global South contribution to the field of evaluation. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on Andreas Morupe Matsmunyane. Congratulations.
How are you? Thank you. Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Bamanye Kayaletu Mvambu, who has complied with the requirements of the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Entrepreneurship with a thesis titled The Role of Networks in Attracting Financial Resources and Emerging Entrepreneurial Ecosystem Perspective, prepared under my supervision. In the thesis, the candidate investigated the network elements that must be present in emerging entrepreneurial ecosystem for investors to inject financial resources, thereby activating its growth into a productive and sustainable ecosystem. The candidate further investigated the entrepreneurial network variables necessary for an emerging entrepreneurial ecosystem to mature into a productive one, and the framework that could be structured to augment entrepreneurial ecosystems theory. Entrepreneurial ecosystems comprise diverse individuals, institutions, and processes that support business creation, growth, and scaling. The thesis makes a substantive theoretical and empirical contribution to entrepreneurial ecosystem research by demonstrating that ecosystem development is driven not by the mere presence of resources or actors as assumed in influential frameworks, but by the relational configuration and dynamic interaction of resource presence, knowledge management, competitive advantage, entrepreneurial networks, and productive ecosystem conditions. Mr. Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on Kayaletu Mvambu. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Benjamin Nchabele, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled Contrasting the Levels of Entrepreneurial Inclination of Healthcare Professionals and Entrepreneurs, prepared under the supervision of Professor Yuri van Vieren. In this thesis, the candidate examined how personality and psychological traits influence entrepreneurial inclination and venture growth across two distinct professional contexts, namely entrepreneurs and healthcare professionals. Adopting a quantitative cross-sectional research design, the study utilized exploratory factor analysis, regression analysis, and MANOVA to analyze data from 325 entrepreneurs and 310 healthcare professionals. The findings revealed that among entrepreneurs, extraversion, conscientiousness, agreeableness, and openness to experience positively predicted entrepreneurial inclination, whereas neuroticism negatively influenced it. Venture growth among entrepreneurs was driven by self-efficacy, extraversion, openness to experience, and risk-taking. In contrast, healthcare professionals' entrepreneurial inclination and growth were shaped by self-efficacy, openness to experience, tolerance of ambiguity, and need for achievement. Across both groups, self-efficacy emerged as the strongest predictor, demonstrating the context-dependent nature of personality-driven entrepreneurship. This contribution advances the theory and informs entrepreneurship development interventions. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on Tali Benjamin Nchabele. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce Dumukuri Ernest Kamalo, who has complied with the requirements for the degree of philosophy with a thesis titled Competition in Deposit and Loan Markets, prepared under my supervision. The candidate assessed the extent of competition in South African banking markets and its implications for monetary policy. The South African banking system is highly concentrated, having received both academic and policy interest, although analysis has often been limited by the available data. This dissertation constructs novel data sets from various sources and estimates new empirical models designed for the analysis of competition. The primary insights from this research are that 1, competition between banks in the personal transaction account market has increased from when it was last assessed in the mid-2000s. Competition in provision of loans has improved between 2008 and 2022, at least on average. And 3, monetary policy effectiveness does not seem to be affected by bank competition. This research extends our understanding of competition among banks across markets and offers insights for economic policy. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all his associated rights and privileges on Ernest Magute Nxumalo.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Natasha Bontle-Tladi, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy specialized in entrepreneurship with a thesis titled Co-Creation of Social Value and Narrative Inquiry into Relational Models of Social Innovation, prepared under my supervision. In her thesis, the candidate investigated how social value is co-created through relational collaboration in social innovation. Using an autoethnography-based narrative inquiry, the study examined conversations and collaborations across multiple social impact projects to uncover how meaning, relationships, and value are co-constructed in context. It developed a relational framework for social innovation that challenges predominantly linear representations. 3 core findings emerged: 8 relational dimensions that extend the conceptual vocabulary of designing for social innovation, the significance of context through the interacting themes of people, process, and place, and the recognition of paradox and tension as integral to innovation. Ultimately, the research redefines social innovation as a relational, pluriversal, and decolonial practice. It advances the understanding that social innovation is not merely about creating new solutions, but is fundamentally a co-created process of relationship and becoming. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on Natasha Tladi.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Amalia van Skalkwyk, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctorate of Philosophy with a thesis titled The Antecedents and Outcomes of Brand Hate in Diverse Service Contexts, prepared under my supervision. In her thesis, Amalia established the antecedents and outcomes of brand hate in both customized and standardized service contexts. The study also investigated the moderating effects of gender and customer involvement on the relationships between brand hate's antecedents and outcomes. The study revealed significant positive relationships between functional incongruence, ideological incompatibility, and image incongruence, and brand hate in both service contexts. Brand hate also significantly predicted brand avoidance, switching, negative word of mouth, and brand retaliation in both service contexts. Gender and involvement significantly moderated the relationships between the antecedents and brand hate in both service contexts, while they also significantly moderated the relationships between brand hate and switching, negative electronic word of mouth, and brand retaliation in both service contexts. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on Amalia Stephanie van Schalkwyk. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Julia Venter, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled Incorporating Social Constructivism in Introductory Accounting, prepared under the supervision of myself and Astrid Schmulian. In her thesis, the candidate explored how the meaningful incorporation of social constructivist principles into large introductory accounting courses can support the development of professional competence and a deeper transferable understanding of accounting principles. This thesis demonstrated the development of a project-based assessment where students could negotiate meaning, integrate diverse perspectives, and deepen conceptual understanding of accounting principles through shared experience and dialogue. In addition, the development of an AI-enhanced feedback model harnessed the power of AI as a knowledgeable other, enabling the provision of effective feedback in a resource-constrained environment. This thesis advances the accounting education literature by contributing a replicable model for integrating the key tenets of social constructivism, learning through collaboration, dialogue, authentic tasks, and the presence of a knowledgeable other, into scalable pedagogical practice. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
Hereby confer the degree, Doctor of Philosophy, with all its associated rights and privileges, on Jane Julia Venter.
Mr. Vice Principal, I introduce to you Simon Chingaipe Zulu, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy specializing in public policy with a thesis titled Narratives of Rural Entrepreneurship and Poverty Alleviation through Social Cash Transfers in Zambia, prepared under my supervision. In this thesis, the candidate analyzed how the Social Cash Transfer program addresses poverty challenges and serves as a means of encouraging entrepreneurship among rural women in Zambia. Using a qualitative case study approach, the study presents narratives of entrepreneurship among women-headed households with a view to providing a framework and guidelines on how rural women in the Zolwezi district can leverage SCT as a source of capital to engage in entrepreneurial activities. This study revealed that SCT-driven entrepreneurship helped address the health, education, and standard of living dimensions of poverty, despite low cash transfer values and a lack of entrepreneurial skills among the women. This posed additional challenges to enabling rural entrepreneurship. To address this, the study developed a framework for rural entrepreneurship through SCT as a sustainable pathway out of poverty among the SCT beneficiaries. Mr. Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on Chingaipe Simon Zulu. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidate has complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Administration, specializing in public management policy. Matapele Molete. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Commerce, specializing in business management, Pamela Woltersdorf. Specializing in economics, Tuto Maloka. Kanyane Matlo. Emma Moyane. Sepesishle Mieza. Specializing in taxation, Latifa Molloy. No, leave it. Tando Morohale. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Philosophy, specializing in finance and investment, Shaslin Kupan. Specializing in fraud risk management, Kolani Dingwayo. Specializing in responsible leadership, Dorothy Tao. Give me that one. Specializing in taxation, Caroline Ramara. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Public Administration. Sarah Lechodi. Nomini Mamashlodi. Menze Mate. Mokhori Matlakala. Kululiwe Mazibuku. Melezwa Nsimbi. Vera Modise. Sulile Molotsuhane. Teboho Mongale. Kanyane Mosuhane. Sylvia Maruva. Ruzani Chikororo. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidate has complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Administration Honours, specializing in public administration. Boitumelo Masia. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Commerce Honours, specializing in informatics, Renilwe Kemp. Chepisu Mofokeng. Tato Ramatesele. Tabisu Zulu. Specializing in statistics and data science, Alicia Dokrat. Celeste Spannenberg. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the postgraduate diploma in public management. Furaha Anzulni. Zifora Bohatsu. Maureen Bopape. Blondie Chabani with distinction. Nozipo Chamane. Aten Kozi Dingizwayo. Setokho Dlamini. Sepesihle Dlamini. Lindiwe Duma. Zamasomi Duma. Funyani Fanti. Nomawonga Femele. Junior Feni. Kulani Gijima. Hunadi Hosi Tamang. Josepha Hanser. Mpo Harris. Gerhardus Helberg with distinction. Saro Etichiria with distinction. Bongiwe Jack. Jacqueline Jacobs. Tembi Jezile. Nolwazi Kambule. Yonela Ketiana. Boitumelo Chopane. Machidiso Hosana. no Musa Katu. Ntashle Keta. Ntisako Koza with distinction. Afika Kuchwa. Molatudi Kuna. Hoitsemang Kumalu. Maureen Lebia. Alusha Lebese with distinction. Chidi Lepile. Lesedi Lekala. Sibei Lekolo. Sibongile Lenguati. Matome Letlalo with distinction. Francina Lishavana. Pokwani Mabekebeke. Poncho Maboko. Emmanuel Mabunda. Aswitamisi Mabusha. Toko Madonzela. Lindiwe Mashlangu. Gezani Mahuza. Emily Mawahi. Chuene Makhoba. Bonakale Makuvele. Lesedi Makwanya. Irene Malapile. Chililu Maliga. Madiga Mankhaba. Lindy Mapoko. Soletu Makalekane with distinction. Celia Lie Marake. Nkosinati Maselana. Tabelo Mashapa. Sipe Sishle Masilela. Livuvani Matakanye. Lincoln Matebula. Sonia Matebula. Sunnyboy Matebula. Judith Matumane. Ambani Machusa. Olga Mazibuku. Esther Mbangata. Livuvani Mbetsi. Sifisu Mbele. Luandale Mbi. Nelisiwe Mbili with distinction. Nonkululeko Mfene. Shlengiwe Ngidi. Khomolemo Malahutsi with distinction. Kwakwamba Milanjane with distinction. Mosiwa Mkonyana. Marcia Mumuzi. Zamambo Mdaweni with distinction. Elizabeth Muhabi. Musi Modiba with distinction. Mafe Geletse Mohoba. Khosi Mohotsi. Lebuchang Monaledi. Mpashlele Moniela. Poepelo Morake. Zukanyise Moropa. Mpo Mothelezi. Sengezu Moyo. Mashlatsi Mfetu with distinction. Letiwe Mchali. Vutomi Munyai with distinction. Fatuani Mutiwana. Nonjabulwe Mvune. Siasanga Mzansi. Tembakazi Nayo. Brightly Nchabeleng. Ntipane Ndluvu with distinction. Vusani Nehohoho with distinction. Rabelani Nekufi. Johan Nel. Katlehu Nemusibi with distinction. Mpo Nechivambe with distinction. Pumelele Nobo. Nelisiwe Nchlapo. Ntombile Nchlapo Matena. Thomas Nkosi with distinction. Noma Sibulele Nobaza. Yandizwa Nokuze. Tandeka Nodada. Patricia Nogilane Rapele. Sheila Ntswane. Bongani Nyalunga. Shlulani Nyalungu. Asanda Nyengane. Nkutliseng Nirongo. Charity Pala with distinction. Tihego Fetuane. Dorothy Pukubai. Just me. Kefiwe Porojo. Matlatlobo Khadebe. Leratu Ramane Mane. Nangamso Sapula. Kutolo Sebone with distinction. Ashika Suduth. Mkolisi Sibia. Michelle Singh with distinction. Lindiwe Sitole. Senzegile Sitole. Ivan Stolz. Zakia Chabai. Naledi Takalo. Lechotle Tao. Petrus Tulare, with distinction. Timakatsu Tlailane. Joseph Chifaro. Asanda Tihale. Nokwaliwa Tihandi. Palesa White. Seitatolo Zengele, with distinction. Nomsibu Zulu. Amanda Zwane. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Administration, specializing in public management and international relations. Nhlangano Moshlola. Tsehufatsu Nokwe. Talia Sathia Nathan. Komotso Sibanda. Lerato Tamane. Mr. Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Commerce. Meren Berhane. Promise Ireru. Ruben Fitten. Marushka Govender. Christu Krier. Chipu Mafunga. Mangalisu Mashlangu. Matseklo Mahifo. Kieran Modise. Kiurapetse Motepe. Tiayana Napis. Tadiwa Neguerume. Oria Rabile Ramansi. Karabo Ramosweo. Mpo Semetse. Keletso Venkile. Apiwe Yako. Rainbow Zoo. Specializing in business management, Celine de Kock. Michael Dyer. Charlene Hama. Gabriel Labeskagni. Harvey Mashlangu. Cornelia Mandlazi. Oa Rabile Mokoka. Chris Nell. Just wait. Benjamin Plattner. Siamtanda Shabane. Francesca Villanella. Specializing in economics, Ethan Renze. Specializing in information systems, Masiku Bejuka. Sibonele Sishle Maseku. Bridget Mashimbai. Morwetsana Pule. Specializing in investment management, Sungeni Mhango. Specializing in law, Bonang Mpekwa. Specializing in marketing management, Kayla Bailey. Pushle Bendalo Mefishlo. Bianca Pezzisai. Specializing in statistics and data science, Edwin Arndt. Mashlatse Chipu. Potle Mokwena. Jason Moses. Specializing in supply chain management, Matthijs Blom. Samuel de Klerk. Daniel Dinath. Nozi Busisu Humede. Simeon Hubert. Laquisher Kumalo. Imishle Mabija. Pilasande Maluka. Sitembisu Pululana. Stand here. Refiloe Sehao. Sifrian Shebotse.
Thank you, Professor. Let us give our graduates a big hand of applause. I'd also like to request the graduating class to give a big hand of applause to their families. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of the proceedings. Before we close, we wish to invite you to liquid refreshments outside. There's a marquee tent somewhere there. In front of this hall, and we now request you to stand for the singing of the national anthem. The powers vested in me, I hereby dissolve this Assembly of the University of Pretoria. Thank you.
Nos The graduates have spoken. Let's give them what they want. Graduates, I'm going and more the graduates. So, I'm not and take it. That and take